Hello, dear students. Today we will start our chapter Light. Whenever we talk about light, it comes in our mind that it is a thing which actually helps us to see the world. Really, without light, we are not able to see anything. Whenever we enter in dark place, what we need first is a light source. We need a light source. Okay, and this light source makes us visible everything. What happens actually? The energy or light emitted by the source enters into our eyes, which has actually photoreceptors, which we will talk later in this chapter only, and which helps us to see the entire thing as colored, if it is colored as or as a black and white. Means this is the light which makes our world colorful. Okay, so let's start what actually happens with light. First of all, we will talk about what happens when light falls on a mirror. Now students, just keep in your mind that light, when falls upon an object, it bounces back. You see, it bounces back, but it happens with opaque object. Some part of light may be absorbed by the by the object. Okay, and some are being, and some, as you know, that some objects can emit light. Okay, now on mirror, whenever light falls, mirror has a shiny surface. So when on shiny surface light falls, it returns into same direction. Means it is not passing through. As you have done studied in your previous class, through transparent objects the lights pass through, and through opaque object the light cannot pass through. So what happens with opaque object? In opaque object, the light can be absorbed or can be reflected back. As mirror has shiny surface, so in that case, light falls upon the surface of mirror and reflects back in the same environment or same direction. Okay, and this phenomena of light striking a structure and bouncing back in the same direction is called reflection of light. Fine. This phenomena is known as reflection of light. Now see here, it is reflection of light. The light ray, one ray is coming from source and falling upon the surface. Okay, and then this ray is being bounced back on an angle in the same direction or in the same way. Okay, now this ray which is falling upon the surface is called incoming light or incidence ray. Okay, and this ray which is going back is known as reflected light or reflected ray. Fine. And what we do to study, we put a straight line in between these two rays. As these two rays are making an angle, so we put a imaginary line in between these two rays, and that imaginary line is known as normal. Fine. And the angle which forms between incidence ray and normal is called angle of incidence, and the angle which forms between reflected ray and normal is called angle of reflection. Okay, so this is all about phenomena of reflection, and on the basis phenomena of reflection has some laws. What are the laws? See, which we call laws of reflection. The first law states that the angle of reflection, the angle of reflection, the angle of incidence, incidence ray, reflected ray and normal all lies on same plane. Fine. The second law says that the angle of incidence and angle of reflection is equal, means q1 is equal to q2. Okay, see, so the same thing is written here. Now we will see that how the reflection of light helps us to see our image in mirror. Now, how we can see and where the image is forming. Okay, let's talk about all this. Now, this is a mirror. Fine. This mirror M dash is a mirror and AB is an object of which image is forming as A dash B dash. Fine. Now, how it is happening? Now, you can see from point A, one ray is falling on the mirror at the point P. Fine. Another from point B, another mirror ray is falling on point O. Okay. And likewise from A, one ray is coming in diagonal way at point O. Okay. Now these all are be getting reflected back, as A is the incidence ray which is getting reflected back as OC. AO is getting reflected back OC. From point B, one ray is falling here and it is getting reflected back to E. Fine. Now what we need to do to find out the where image will form, we will just make an imaginary line, because image will form inside the mirror. So imaginary line behind the mirror. Okay. So now this A has been extended up to A dash, B has been extended up to B dash, like A and C, the reflection of the point of reflection of A and C has been extended back. This is also being extended back. Now, the point where they are meeting has been joined together. You will see the point where they are meeting, at that point only image is forming. So A dash B dash is the image. So like this, we can find out where the image will form of an object behind the mirror. Now you will see the characteristics of the image which is formed behind the mirror. Then what you will find, the image formed through plane mirror after reflection is equal in height to the object. Okay. Secondly, it is erect, but actually it is laterally inverted. Fine. And the distance between mirror and object and mirror and image is equal. Fine. Is it clear? One thing, always remember, the image which will form in plane mirror is laterally inverted. Let's see what lateral inversion is. That is all. How you will understand that how image will form. You can do it by yourself by reading all these things. So here also is the characteristics of image formed by plane mirror. The point has been written, whatever I have told, that it has same height as that of object. The distance between the image and the mirror and the object and the mirror is always equal. The image is erect or upright. The image is laterally inverted. It is a virtual image because it is formed by the apparent interaction of diverging rays. Means it is not real image. It is virtual, kalpanic. Why? Because it is forming by just making imaginary lines behind it. It is not forming by the intersection of real rays. Right? Okay, now what is lateral inversion? Have you noticed that when you see yourself in mirror, your left part, right part is at the left of mirror and left is at the right part of the mirror? Have you seen? Have you noticed? Your right hand appears to be left hand of image and your left hand appears to be right hand of your image. Have you seen? And this phenomena is called lateral inversion. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so if you want to define lateral inversion, you can write, when an image is formed in a mirror, the left side of the object appears at the right side of the object and vice versa. This phenomena is called lateral inversion. Okay, this is also interesting. You can see through a mirror can show multiple reflection. Here you can see in this picture that one ball is kept between two mirrors, and we are able to see two images of ball. If you remember, in many rooms you can there are several mirrors placed at right angles, and you can notice your several images in that room. Likewise, in many cases you might have in barber's shop especially, the barber makes you sit between two mirrors, and you are able to see your multiple images over here. Okay, and this characteristic of light, multiple reflection of light, is used to make many equipments. Just like that, one is periscope. Through periscope we can see hidden objects. Suppose something is kept up at the ventilator or roof, so from your room you will be able to see that through your periscope. And people also use periscope to see what is inside water or sea. The another is kaleidoscopes, which shows beautiful patterns. You might have also seen that. And in barber's shop, see, this is periscope and this is kaleidoscope. In periscope you can notice that it is you can see that this is a pipe like structure. This you can make at home also. And in this tube, two mirrors are placed at 45 degree, okay, at the angle of 45 degree. Okay, what happens here, when the light enters and hits first mirror, it reflects and goes to second mirror, and when it hits here, then it comes straight out. If our eye is placed here, we can see the thing which is placed here. So the light from an object enters on the first mirror, hits first mirror, comes to second mirror, and then also reflects back and reaches to our eyes, from where we are able to see the object. Okay, so this is how periscope works. So if something is kept at upstairs at roof, so from our room we can see it. Okay, now the second is kaleidoscope. In this, what is there? Three mirrors are placed. These are three mirrors are placed. Okay, they are being glued together, and they can be kept into a tube. And the tube, at one portion of tube you can keep colorful things like broken bangles, small pieces of papers, colorful bits of papers, and when you will see through it, you will find beautiful patterns like this. Okay, so this is this is the beautiful color world of colors which we can see through light only. Okay, so this is for today. In next we will see from where the colors come. The sunlight is white, but from where these colors come. Okay, and how our eye works. This will be seen in next. So see you in the next one. Thank you.